This is the Al-Yasin Hummus RPG. It has a 2-tandem warhead charge, one at the front and a follow-through bomb at the back meant to destroy tanks. We will also be analyzing the most common RPG found in the battlefield. We'll look inside the launcher, what happens when the operator pulls the trigger. It is here the firing pin ignites the nitro squib, activating the rocket propulsion system that propels the grenade along its path, all in the video ahead, so stay tuned and don't miss a beat. Each of these 105mm rockets costs $200. The Al-Qasim brigades have pointed out that the 105mm rockets features a 2-layer tandem warhead. In the front section of the missile, you'll find the first charge, also known as the precursor. Positioned at the rear is the second charge, another precursor in the system. The armor-penetrating precursor, which is the first charge, is responsible for initiating the sequence. It activates by forcefully projecting a jet of scorching hot metal, serving as the initial step in the explosive process. Following this, the second explosive charge or the follow-through charge is activated. This charge then detonates, resulting in a powerful explosion within the target. Let us take this widely available RPG to help us understand it better. Towards the rear section of the missile, you will come across the breech. Its primary role is to expel gases efficiently, enabling the rocket to propel itself forward with the necessary force. Moving on to the middle section, we find the wooden heat shield. This component serves a crucial function as it houses the optical sight, allowing the operator to accurately aim the missile at the target. However, the most vital element of the RPG missile is the trigger button, situated within easy reach of the operator. Pressing this button initiates the fuse, setting the rocket on its trajectory toward the target. And of course, the payload of the RPG missile itself is the grenade, which is released upon firing and plays a pivotal role in the missile's destructive capabilities. Let's examine this warhead more closely. At the front, you'll find the piezoelectric trigger. The piezoelectric trigger is a device that generates a voltage when subjected to deformation, exploiting the piezoelectric effect. Its purpose is to measure changes in pressure, acceleration, temperature, strain, or force by converting these changes into an electrical charge. Just behind it, there is an air-filled cavity and a conical liner. This explosive is intentionally inverted, and this configuration is designed to create a high-velocity jet of heat. This jet is meant to penetrate lightly armored vehicles, or in some cases can even damage a main battle tank. Let us take this widely available RPG to help us understand it better. Step 1. The RPG operator loads the assembled artillery into the front end of the RPG launcher, aligning it with the trigger mechanism. Step 2. After the RPG operator pulls the trigger, here's what happens. The mechanism releases the firing pin, which strikes the primer of the rocket projectile inside the launcher's tube. The impact of the firing pin on the primer creates a spark, igniting the squib of nitro. This in turn activates the rocket propulsion system or sustainer motor, propelling the grenade along the remainder of its trajectory. Step 3. The built-up gases generate a force that propels the grenade out of the tube at a speed of approximately 384 feet per second, which translates to 117 meters per second. Step 4. A socket in the breech block helps reduce recoil during firing. The exhaust gases exit to the rear of the launcher unit, allowing the operator to immediately reload the weapon. Step 5. Once the booster propels the rocket out of the tube, the fins on the rocket open up to stabilize its flight path for its intended target. Step 6. Remember the warhead or grenade we talked about earlier. This is how it works. It first hits the piezoelectric trigger, which activates the detonator. The warhead, along with this conical liner, converges to create a jet of steel and heat ready to penetrate a steel armor plate or vehicle. The Al-Yassin is meant to stop and destroy the Israeli Merkava main battle tank animated in our recent